Hello my darlings and welcome to my channel. Are you ready for questions and answers video? So today we're gonna do that. Be patient with me. I actually picked around 30 questions. Most of them like I put together. If you had same question, I put them together. So the more information, as much as I can to give you, I will. Okay, if somebody wants to put timestamps about like each question or subject that we're going to talk about, you are welcome to do it if you have enough patience, of course, so people can come back to this video and check for the answer. Again, my answers is just my personal experience and opinion. It doesn't mean there is a right or wrong answer. You may agree or disagree with me. It's completely fine because everyone had their own experience and felt through things, lived through things differently. And if, let's say, I had certain situation this way, it doesn't mean it has to be with you the same way, or you have to feel the same way about what I'm saying. Okay. Of course, there is also information not just from me, but I did a lot of search, and during the time when I was going through spiritual awakening, I learned many things, not just from my experience, from experience of people around me, from internet, everywhere. I read books, I did many things. So this is more like of a collective opinion, I want to say, including my own. So before I start with the questions, I want to talk, you asked a little bit about me. I'm not gonna tell you a lot about myself because it's kind of personal, but some things I will let you know, since I want you to feel comfortable with who I am and why you want to listen to my advice, for example, right? So first of all, I've been through a lot, all the stages of spiritual awakening. My journey was very difficult, and things have happened in a very short period of time. So I felt all different kinds of things. Even my body changed during this process, but eventually I realized all this love and whatever I experienced came out to the surface, and actually I started glowing. So basically whatever's the inside came to the surface, and that's very important, what's in the inside. That's why I always tell you, you beautiful souls, and yes, I mean that from the inside you may change on the outside as well and improve yourself, because we are always growing. Another thing about my zodiac, you asked, what I'm gonna tell you, my chart is very rare. When I noticed it, like, I couldn't believe it because it was kind of strange, but because it's rare, I can feel any sign, any zodiac sign, and that's why maybe I'm helping people, because I can tap into different energies regardless of my own sun zodiac. Okay, but mainly earth and fire prevails in me. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Okay, everything else will stay mystery. I hope you don't mind. So when I've been through spiritual awakening, I'm still healing from it, of course. I didn't know what spirituality is. I had no idea what is it about. I never thought about tarot readings. I was in a completely different field. I'm actually an artist, and I also have an art history degree, so that was my goal, to work in a museum, to work with arts. And when everything happened at the same time. I lost many things. My life went upside down. So what I could do is, the only thing I could do is Google everything. Every symptom that happened to me, I Googled. Because there was nobody else around who would understand me. So the internet kind of was my guide at first. And as soon as I started Googling my symptoms, what happened to me, I came to spiritual awakening videos and to tarot readings. I watched many of them, and yeah, so anyways, it's very good to search. Searching, always good. Asking, searching, not being afraid to approach someone, whoever has similar experience like yours. I didn't have anyone. I didn't have any teacher or someone who will guide me. So everything was very, very new to me, but you know, we can always learn new things about ourselves. So we're gonna start with the questions, and it's gonna be about signs that you get. Numbers, I don't know, feathers, whatever you know, when you drive in a car and you see, let's say, number plates that has certain numbers, maybe. Basically, you see signs everywhere. And that's what we're going to talk about in our first question, okay, about signs. So I'll tell you a little secret about signs and numbers in general. When you see a lot of numbers repeating, you don't understand what's going on. Why is this? This is because you are awakened, and your reality right now is very different from how it was before. Let's say if you've seen the movie Matrix. If you didn't, I think you should watch that. But this is just an example, so you will understand a little bit more what I'm talking about. Imagine that you are in a matrix, and when the movie starts, you would see numbers running around like on a screen. And this is basically, it's like before, when you came out outside, you would see trees, you would see cars, you would see people. Now when you come out outside of your house, you see numbers. You see signs, you see feathers, you see some, names of people that you know maybe, and you don't understand how suddenly you saw this name. Letters, whatever it is, it's like you just live in different reality. It doesn't mean every sign means something. It's just you live in this, let's call it matrix, right? And you perceive life differently right now. That's the main change that happened to you. And from now on, if you already started seeing those numbers, you will probably continuously do it until the rest of your life. But the more you get there, the less you worry about this. Why? Because it's like you getting used to this life. But it doesn't mean those signs that don't mean anything. Every number or every sign, yes, means everything, but it doesn't mean every number or sign you should take as one. You should take it as collective. What the universe wants to tell you when you see those numbers, not one number, not one situation, but collectively. When you're gonna pick up this, like when you're gonna overall understand this, it's gonna be easier for you to know which sign is for you, or it's just another car, or another number, because you live in a matrix, right? Listen, I don't want you to think I'm, believe in matrix or not. It's not about that. I'm just saying this is an example for you to understand in what reality you live in right now. And if you know, I don't want to go into physics right now, but our world based on numbers, okay? So not everyone can see it, but awakening people, yes, they do see it. What else? Let me not to forget anything. And mainly when you see those numbers and like repeated some repeating signs, it's mainly telling you that the universe is guiding you, so you will follow the right path. Some signs are warnings for you, others just confirmations that everything is going well. Okay. Actually, if you want some video about what each number or sign means or could mean, I may do such video on my other channel. Let me know in comments if you want such video. But here we cannot talk about it, it's going to be a lot, okay? Here I just want to explain to you why you see repeated numbers all the time. Because you are spiritually awakened and your reality is different now, okay? So you notice the little things. Before you notice the big things, now you notice the little things. So sometimes you might even feel that you are lost in those numbers, like what if everything goes wrong, what if you're doing something wrong. But actually the more numbers you see, the more signs you see, the more it means that you are on the right path and you are in the right place more than you could imagine. Even if things go wrong, like it doesn't matter, you're still on the right path. That's how you should perceive those numbers. Of course, if there are certain warnings and you feel like something's off, that means the universe tells you, listen, don't go this way, go around. This is just warnings. Doesn't mean you're not gonna get to the destination where you're supposed to be. You will get there because you already aligned with the universe. The universe is already put you in the matrix, right? For you to follow. If the universe thought you wouldn't make it, you wouldn't be awakened right now, okay? You wouldn't. You would be like everybody else around you. Most people that are still sleeping. And it doesn't mean you're better than them or they're better than you. It doesn't mean that. Don't take it that way. It's just you were ready at a certain point of time to follow certain path where the universe is helping you, God's helping you, however you want to call it, and you are aware. Some people are not aware, some people like us are aware. Another thing is very important is not to go crazy about this. Because of course we are so overwhelmed when we see all of that, how our life has changed, how we have to adapt now and understand everything that is going on around. It's important to stay sane and not to cross the line between spirituality and the material world. You should still understand that you live. Most people around you are into the material world. They don't understand you. So stay sane, stay calm, and also understand the signs of like everyday life. Let's say, for example, if a person told you, I don't want you, I don't like you. This is just an example. But you saw a sign and you saying, you know what, I don't believe that you don't like me because I saw a sign that you do. This is already going overboard a little bit, right? Because when people tell you something, listen to them. Because they are saying to you, because they want you to hear. Yes, of course, there are certain situations when people hide something or don't want to tell you, but you would feel it. But other times, if a person tells you straightforward, don't be too much into spirituality, just, stay there in between when you balance. That's the main thing I want to tell you here. beside the numbers, there is also other things I noticed you see, like for example, you see birds. Somebody said I saw ravens. Usually birds, they are the signs of news. Some news are coming. They are messengers. Of course, each bird could mean something else. You can always Google about spiritual meaning of a bird, for example, spiritual meaning of ravens. But also be aware that how you feel about ravens when you see ravens outside, right? Birds. How do you feel about them? For me, for example, for some they're scared of them, like because they're black color and stuff like that. For me, they intuitively, I feel like gossip is going on. When ravens are around, gossip is going on behind my back. So I take it as that. But at the same time, I care less what's going on behind my back, so I don't pay much attention to them. 1 second. Yeah, so you can always check for spiritual meaning, but also use your own intuition, how you feel about this bird, specific bird. Also butterflies. Butterflies are very common when we see certain signs. And butterflies mostly are always transformation, because they are transforming to the butterflies, right? Maybe certain area of your life needs a change, or be aware that certain change is coming to your life, mostly positive change. So basically also butterflies are personal growth, and also maybe the universe wants you to be a little bit lighter about things and not to overthink, because butterflies, they are very light, and maybe the universe wants you to, you know, take it easy. Okay, again, this is maybe some of my own feeling when I see butterflies. It's like, take it easy. Yes, you need to transform, you need to change, or certain area of your life needs attention, your attention. Also, somebody asked about peacocks, and peacocks, usually it's a fame or pride, right? Because peacocks, they show in their tail, beautiful tail, and it could mean several things. Either you may be famous in something, or let's say popular, or someone will, you know, let you know that they adore you and stuff, or you attractive. Or it could also mean the other way. Maybe you are too proud. Maybe you portray yourself to people that you are overboard and stuff, and the universe want to tell you, come down a little bit, balance yourself. Okay, nobody is better than the other. We all on the same page. We all human beings. We have same amount of fingers, legs, arms, and stuff like that. That's how we are born. Of course, it depends, and you have to feel why you see peacocks, for example. Either you did something right, and you will have this fame, or someone will let you know, or you are going overboard. Another thing, somebody asked how to learn how to personalize the sign. Well, for example, for me, even though each sign or number means something, but if you have continuously experienced the same sign over and over again, it could mean, or if you see a very specific number all the time, it could mean this is your number. The universe gives you number. This is your confirmation that you are on the right path. And It's like it kind of shows who you are. And for me, for example, a number that made me understand that I'm on the right path and stuff was 111, and I even have a tattoo. I don't know if you can see here, of 111, because this is my guiding number. It doesn't mean I don't see other numbers or signs. It's just, this is me. And the universe kind of put this number on me, and for you could be the same if you have certain specific number or sign. So every time you would see it in the future, you would understand that, okay, the universe is talking to you right now. You should listen. Okay? So I think I covered this. Also about, or this I'm gonna ask later, right? Yes. This I think I'll talk later about this. Okay, hopefully I didn't forget anything. Okay, next thing we're gonna talk about is reading tarot, right? Tarot cards. I actually got some decks here. Somebody asked me what kind of decks I like and I use. I like to use. I'll show you my favorite ones here. Okay. So first of all, when I started tarot, as I said, I didn't know anything about it, so I'm mostly self-taught. It's also related to anything I do. Since I'm an artist, as I said, I can use any tool to guide you. I can use candles, I can use coffee, I can use cocoa powder, whatever it is. I will continue experimenting for you guys to give you more positive experience and be more entertained when we do readings. But mostly I'm self-taught. Yes, I watched a lot of readings online, but I never had any teacher for that. Okay, I mostly use my intuition, and it didn't fail me so far. And most of my knowledge I gained through spirits. They actually guided me on how to use every tool. Let's say if I want to try a new tool, something new to do, yes, I may saw it somewhere that somebody does it, but I never completely like just take the idea and go with it. No, I can take some part of this idea and make my own, because I like to create. And whatever I do, all those tools that I use, it's only maybe 30% of those tools, and the rest is my intuition working. Okay, so some people are even scared of tarot, I see in your questions. So for those who are afraid of tarot cards, don't be, because there is nothing evil is going on here. Okay. Tarot is just a tool to go tap into your subconscious. So there are pictures for a reason, right? So when you look at tarot, right, you may see things. Every person will see different things, and so tarot is just a tool. Don't take it like evil, devil, whatever. If you're afraid of tarot, I wouldn't recommend you to buy it, because you may attract negativity. But if you just take it as a tool, like let's say let's say if you want to make a painting, right? You have already idea in your mind what you want to paint, or maybe you don't, but you have, you know you want to make a painting, and there is certain idea in your head. So you may leave this idea in your head, or you may go buy a canvas, you may buy paint, brushes, because you need them in order to make this painting alive into the material world. Same thing is here. Our subconscious doesn't have material, we cannot touch it. So what we can do is we can tap into our subconscious through tarot cards, through candle wax readings, through whatever it is, because there are many different tools that we can use. And if you're going to treat tarot as a tool, you would get the right answers. But if you would be scared of it, if you would worry a lot, let's say somebody gave you a reading and said, you know, you are cursed, I'm not even gonna comment that, and stuff like that. Mostly scammers do those things. That means you shouldn't do readings, and you take everything too personal, because tarot cards, they don't really predict your future. They give you possibilities of what may happen, and then you realize, do you want to attract this, or like you want to continue manifesting? Let's say I did a reading for you and it was good and you liked it, you like this kind of future, right? And you say, you know what, I liked it, I'm gonna continue manifesting it. And when you will continue fantasizing, manifesting this reading, you would see your following readings that you watch will kind of pick up. They're gonna like repeat themselves. And sometimes you even tell me in comments, wow, all my readings, they show the same person or same personality. What does it mean? Does it mean really the tarot gave you your future? No. You are manifesting through tarot because you like the idea. But if somebody gave you a reading and it was bad, negative, you don't want that, or somebody said, you know what, you're gonna be together with a person from your past who hates you, who hurt you, and you said, I don't want that. And the universe hears you. You say, I don't want that. I wanna, you know, change it. So what you do, you subconsciously tell the universe you don't want this kind of future, and then you would see in the following readings that things are changing. You're like, okay, now it tells me totally different. Why? Because you manifested new future for yourself, okay? Because we always have a choice. Again, this is my view on it. There is no right or wrong answer, but I just want to let you know why you shouldn't be afraid of tarot in general. Another thing, for those who tell me sometime in comments, you read the card wrong, right? I want to tell you, no. Your imagination is too narrow. You cannot read the card wrong. Yes, you may know main things, you know, of tarot deck. You know there are 72 or 78 I want to check, I'm right. Okay, I think 78 or 72 cards in a deck, right? You know there are major arcanas, you know there are minor arcanas, you know all of that. But does it mean if I open a card and it's 5 of Pentacles, does it mean that what you see, I should see? No. Every card can have thousands of meanings. But when I buy a deck, my energies are there. I put my subconscious into the cards, And that's how I work with it. We work with my subconscious to give you a message through cards, because this is my subconscious, not yours. And to tell me that I read the card wrong, this is your mind, just for those, your mind is too narrow. And I have a big, great imagination. I can read this card, it's in so many ways, at different times. Okay, what else? Another thing, if you planning to buy a deck or you buying a deck, I'll recommend to you not to go by the book, because we always have certain book inside, right? Comes with it. It's good to know the main, if you're very new to tarot, yes, you may read some, but don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself with this book, because I cannot even say this is a 10%, you know, information. This is like 5% of what you may give to others, to people. You may read it, but then, you know, I don't even read it anymore. But if you knew, you may. Otherwise, what you do is, when you buy a deck, to put your energy in the deck. First of all, you can touch it, you can feel the deck. What you do is, what I usually do, I go by each card, right? And I question myself. How do I feel about this card? 5 of Pentacles. And actually what I want you to do right now, if you feel like it, of course, can you write me in comments about this card? How do you feel about this card? What do you see here? Are you happy? Are you sad about this card? Does it remind you of anything? Are any details are important here? I want you to tap in with your subconscious right now with this card, and let me know in comments, how do you feel about this 5 of Pentacles? Are you gonna go by the number, like that you know that what's 5 of Pentacles, or you gonna look by the image? Because every deck is very different and can mean different things. So let me know, how do you feel about this card? Maybe in 1-2 sentences, okay? Okay, and that's what I do to all my cards. When I just buy them, I try to feel the deck. How do I feel about each card? What does it bring me, happiness or sadness? And that's what I do when I read for you. I open the card, I already have certain idea. It's already in my subconscious, this card, and I have certain idea about this card. Of course, as I said, every card can have thousands, and I'm not even exaggerating it, 1,000 meanings. But when you approximately at least feel the card, it will give you possibilities to see those 1,000 sides. Or you may just see one and be too narrow and tell me that I read the card wrong. Okay. Another thing I want to tell you, there are days when tarot don't want to communicate with me at all. Okay, so there are days when tarot is just, they don't want to talk to me, and wherever I open, it's not because I don't like the answer, it's because I check my intuition. I may ask a question, and if I see it goes off wrong way, I understand that tarot right now don't want to talk to me, don't want to play with me. So, and if I still have to do a reading, I will do it, but I'm gonna do it based on my intuition. Okay, not everyone can do it. I wouldn't recommend, because you really need to be sure about your intuition in order to do that. Okay, it took me a lot of practice to understand myself, so I can do it. I wouldn't recommend to all do that the same thing unless you sure that you know what's going on. So when I do that, I start using my intuition, and sometimes I open cards and maybe you see that I tell you something else. Let's say there is all cards are negative and I tell you something positive, right? And you may be thinking, what is she saying? How did she come out to this, right? And I continue because I listen to my intuition. And then at the end of the reading, or when I already going on, Tarot confirm that I was right. So basically, it's like the universe is testing me, I want to tell you, okay? Testing if I will follow my gut or I will follow the tarot deck or cards. Okay, that's why I'm saying don't only around 30% is here, the rest is here. And of course, not everyone may do it or understand what I'm talking about right now. Because I'm an empath, I work with energies mainly, so for me any tool can work. I don't need even cards to, you know, tell you how I feel. So basically all my readings are very intuitive, so please don't pay attention sometimes when as I said, when I open something and you feel like, okay, why is she talking about this card in a different way? Or sometimes even it happens when all the positive cards come out, but somehow I feel negative. This kind of thing also happens to me. Okay. Somebody asked what is a Hierophant means in deck. Hierophant. First of all, each deck has different Hierophant, but let's go to the traditional. I guess let's go to the traditional deck. Basically, Hierophant. Again, it could mean so many things, especially when it's like within a reading, right? And other cards are around, also very important. But mainly, Hierophant is the card of spirituality. Hierophant is also a card of marriage, of traditions, yes, church, whatever it is, but mainly spirituality. Like maybe you're going through spiritual, let's say if a person asks you, I'm going through a spiritual awakening, am I on the right path, or something like that, right? And the Hierophant comes in and you definitely understand this person is going through spiritual awakening. This card is also means advice. Let's say if someone says, I don't know what to do about a certain topic, and the Hierophant comes out, you may understand that this person needs help, needs someone's advice, someone's wiser than them. It could be parents, teacher, someone who helps with their spiritual path, a priest even. But mainly this is spiritual path. That's at least for me. But of course, for sometimes it's marriage, sometimes it's divorce. It could be many things. It depends what other cards are laying. And look at that. Perfect example I can give you. Right now just came out, then I should say it. Hierophant and the Devil. Basically two opposites. Two complete opposites. Hierophant You know who devil is, right? So if you think of a devil, what's going to be the opposite of the devil? Hierophant. So if you see and you tap into some person, let's say you want to see who is this person, right? And two of those cards come out. Be aware. This person could have certain abilities, or this person have two sides and they are very balanced. They're dark and they're light. And it's very good when it's balanced. Okay, now it looks like I'm doing it looks like I'm giving you some tarot lessons, maybe in the future, not now. Anyways, yes, probably in the future, later. So okay, that was about reading tarot. But I think I finished that. Okay, now we're gonna talk about dreams. God knows how long is this video gonna be, but now we're gonna talk about dreams. Actually, next questions, they're gonna be very fast. It's just like the beginning. Then I just put like question answer, so no worries. So what are dreams? Dreams are windows to our subconscious, right? To our past lives. And for those who say, let's say, I see constantly, I see a dream about war and fight, and maybe you're in a certain place that doesn't exist anymore, or in a different century, or whatever it is. This is memories of your other lives. Understand that. They don't have to mean something in this life. They just like memories, like photographs of your other lives through your subconscious. But the thing I want to tell you, the more dreams you may see, the more you open to different realms during sleeping, at least. Does it mean you have psychic abilities? You may, but I wouldn't say everyone who has dreams have psychic abilities. I would say you're more open to it, you're more aware. You may see dreams that will come true eventually. If this happens, if you see certain dreams and they eventually come true, this could mean you have psychic abilities. But if you just see dreams, different kinds of dreams, it doesn't mean you have psychic abilities, even though it may be. Because some people don't even see dreams. It means that they are not, like they're not in tune with their subconscious. They maybe, their intuition maybe is wrong most of the time. Somebody asked why you see the same person in your dreams. It's like you feel strong connection with a certain individual, like astral connection. I'll tell you that it depends. Did you have any history with this person that you see in your dreams? Did you have a relationship, a connection, friendship, your relatives? What is it that you had in the past that may tell you you've seen this person because they're thinking about you? If you did have a connection, especially a relationship with this person, any kind of, probably this person is thinking about you too. But if you see a person, and some even say a person but there is no face, you see someone but there is no face, this is another story. This means you are manifesting someone into your life, and this person could be from your future, because they're not materialized yet, they're not into the material yet within your surroundings, not yet. You still manifesting them. So when you don't see any face, or particularly you don't know who they are, maybe you see a face but you not sure why are they in your dream, who are they, and you never met them, it could mean you manifesting, but your manifestation either too broad or too narrow. So basically maybe you should somehow work on this manifestation where you put more details into it, okay? Or it's just still in your future and you shouldn't know yet their face, you shouldn't see their face yet. Yes, you know there is a particular person and you probably will meet this person in your future, but this is more of a manifestation. But if you actually had a connection, a relationship with a person, and you continuously seeing them in your dreams, I would say 80% this person is still thinking about you from time to time. Okay, but again, this is kind of we can look at it in the private readings, because this is a general, I'm just telling you in general. Okay, for everyone could be different, but at least some idea for you. So yes, that's that. But other dreams that you say you see some wars or whatever going on, see some animals or whatever it is you see, they're just dreams and they're repeating themselves. Mostly I think this is from your past lives events. Don't take them seriously. So basically a main thing here, don't try to find meaning where there is no meaning. Know the difference of which dream is important to pay attention to and which is not. Again, with time you may learn, because when you know more about yourself, you learn how to do that. Again, intuition is very important here, okay? But if you just constantly see some dreams and they don't come true, they're just there, this is a, you know, your past lives, your subconscious talking to you. They're just remembering some events or something not really important, okay? Again, if you want to figure out exactly what is this dream, you know, important or not, you may do personal reading with me. In the box down below there is my email where you can find the information and email me. Only in the box down below, right? And I can, you know, look through tarot and see what is this dream about, but otherwise that's approximately, so you know. So no, if you watch many dreams doesn't mean you have psychic ability, but you are very like you may open it in you. You may, if you work on it, you may, because you have access to the other realms. I want to say it like that. But again, this is not, you know. Okay, next question. Now I'm just gonna read questions and give you answers so we can, you know, finish this, because it's kind of taking too long, the video right now. So somebody's asking, if I can feel a person being under witchcraft, spell, or possessed by anything. So the answer is yes, I would feel it energetically, especially if I see a person in face to face. Even though I work with energies, yes, I can tap in, I can look through tarot if this person has certain spell or witchcraft done on him, or he's possessed. But mostly if I see person face to face, I already sense the energy. I just need maybe 5 minutes to see a person, to talk to them, and I may sense it already. But this is very rare thing. For those who always worry, in comments I see a lot, did someone do some evil eye, or black magic on me. Guys, first of all, let's be realistic. Not everyone has the power to do black magic. Most of the people, even if somebody went to do something on you, whoever they went to, doesn't mean this witch or whoever they are, psychic, have this ability. It's very rare that people have ability to do black magic on someone. Most people, either they're lunatics, they think they have the power, or they're just scammers. Okay, so don't believe in those things. This is very rare. Yes, there is a thing, but those people who really doing black magic, actual black magic, they would never do a black magic to someone that means no harm, because they know how karma works. Okay, so basically here there are two sides of it. Okay, and I don't want to go deep into this, but be aware. Yeah, somebody can, you know, give you something negative. You may feel negative for 2-3 days after that because you picked up their energies. Yes, this might be, but actual black magic, it's so rare that I don't think you should even worry about that, because most people that do black magic, they don't even know what they're talking about. Okay, or they don't know what their power are. Okay, just to, you know, to make you feel better, comfortable. Next question is, somebody said, what is blocking my awakening? First of all, I want to answer to you, whoever's asking that. There is no such thing that something or someone is blocking your awakening. Basically, you cannot block your awakening. It's either it's here or it's not, because if you already within spirituality and you see numbers and signs, you already awakening. Okay, not awakening people are those who don't see any signs, who don't watch tarot cards, who don't do this stuff. If you already into this and you listening to this reading until now, and it's kind of long video, I'm sorry, then you already awakening. But what stage you are at, that's another story. I cannot say it's too many of you. I don't know on what stage you are, but there is no such thing that something is blocking your awakening. Maybe you mean blocking your psychic abilities, but this is different as well. This is completely different subject. But for most, I want to say, if you see numbers, repeated numbers, especially like 1 1 1 1, 2 2 2 2, 3 3 3, like the beginning numbers, 4 4 4 4, you probably in the beginning stage. Because the more you go further, you wouldn't notice those signs much, while you're gonna notice more specific things, or specific numbers that gonna be already yours. So basically, for most who not aware why you seen so many numbers at the same time, as I said in the beginning, you probably in the beginning of your journey, because you awaken, but you in the beginning, you don't know yet why all this happening to you. Because for those who already at the, you know, not in the beginning, but more already aware of their awakening, they don't question it. They already know basically what's going on. Okay, next question. I don't know what number question. I think it's 6 or 7. If you are happy, somebody's asking, if I'm happy in a relationship and watching readings, does it mean things will change even if I'm happy? I want to ask you, no judgment, I never judge anyone, this is just something for you to think about, okay? I want to ask you, why are you watching relationship readings if everything is fine? Just think about it. Why? Are you happy and you're just bored? Are you trying to still fix something in this relationship even if it's good? Or are you looking for trouble? Because sometimes we cannot admit to ourselves, we think everything goes well, but subconsciously we know something's off, and this subconscious mind take us to watch readings, to make a trouble, because we want some action in our life, because either we're bored or it's not, everything is not so good in your relationship. Again, I'm not telling you what's, you know, I don't know. I don't even know who's asking that. I didn't put names on it, but just think about it. Why are you here? Why are you watching readings if everything is fine? Maybe you should watch other readings like career readings or spiritual messages from your guides and angels. Why are you watching relationship readings? Be aware you may attract something if you will continue doing that, or maybe you're manifesting something. I don't know what you're doing and why are you in those readings. Just think about this. Okay. Next, we're gonna talk about how to protect your energy as an empath. If you are an empath like me, you may absorb moods, feelings of other people, especially when you at the beginning of spiritual awakening, or you not aware yet how to protect yourself. You actually will absorb moods, mostly negative. Energy vampires will be number one that you will absorb. So how to do that is to learn and realize which are your feelings and which are not. It's very important to know the difference. When you learn, okay, let's say you talk to a certain person, you come home and you feel sadness, a lot of sadness, you wanna cry and stuff like that. You have to realize and say, this is not my feelings. I just absorbed and I should release. When you learn this technique, with time you wouldn't absorb anymore. You would right away see a person, you feel they're sad or angry or mad, you're gonna already, it's like block will come between you. That's how you build blocks, by knowing in advance already that this might happen and you block it. You may even tell in the beginning when you don't know how to do it, you may just, you see a person, you talk to them, just, do it as a practice, right? Let's say you know a person who's always negative. So when you talk to them, maybe it's your relative, you have no choice but talk to them, right? When you talk to them, you put a block energetically and say within yourself while they're talking, you say, I want to put a wall between us because I don't want to absorb their energy. It's their energy, not mine. And if you will continue doing that, because everything in this life is practice. You can even practice put blocks. Okay? You can also put in your head some spiritual light around yourself in any color you want to protect your energies. All kind of different techniques. I might also do a video about protecting energies on my other channel. I'll think about it, because it's a lot to talk about. And yeah, so sometimes it's mix of your feelings and the person's feelings. This is also important to realize. Whose feelings are those? There are also many videos on YouTube, I think, how to, about empaths and how to not absorb somebody else's mood, but mainly right now that's what I can answer in this video, okay? I don't have much time here. Okay, manifestation next. And next question about manifestations. Somebody's saying, why readings resonate about your past but the future is not coming? Several possibilities here, okay? First of all, everything has divine timing. And I know this could sound, you say, okay, of course, divine timing, I have to wait. And most problem of people that don't get their happiness or can, you know, waiting for longer because they are impatient. And you may tell me right now, I'm so patient, I waited for 20 years. Yes, this is not patient. You are actually struggling these 20 years, being on your own. But when you learn how to be by yourself, still living life, not just waiting, the main reason of this is stop waiting. When you wait for something, it's gonna go away from you and make you wait even more. You manifesting this waiting mode. You manifesting this impatience. Maybe it's not the right time yet. Another reason could be you didn't learn something about your past. You still going through something from your past. Maybe you still hold a grudge at someone. Maybe you still love someone. You understand, you may understand this person is no good for you, right? But you still have feelings for them. You still subconsciously are connected to them. Maybe you need to work on that, how to cut cords. And again, it doesn't mean you don't have to love this person or you don't have to see this person, but to cut the cord of energy when you still energetically connected so much that another person, new person, cannot come into your life. Basically, you didn't live, or maybe there are certain lessons you didn't learn with this person yet. Maybe it's karmic connection, and you're still going through this karma, and you cannot build a serious relationship with someone else before you learn this karma. Could also be for many. Again, this we can check in private readings more, you know, to check what exactly, you know, why exactly you waiting for so long or the future is not coming. And lastly, it could be your manifestation is wrong. Either it's too broad or too narrow. Again, we talked about it before. You attracting, your way of attracting a person is wrong. You may go to some videos about manifestations, how to do that. Very important to have balance between broad and narrow when you manifest, and give the universe, you know, take care of you and let go. Because when sometimes people like so into this manifestation, they forget that when we manifest something, we have to let go of this thought so it will come true. We cannot just sit with it. Let's say you're going outside, you want to make a wish, right? Or you want to write your wish on a piece of paper and you burn it, right? And then you forget about this wish. It happened, you did it, it's gone. And then later on, suddenly it happens and you're like, wow, I already forgot about it. That's how wishes come true. Not when you put a piece of paper, you burn it, and then you hold those ashes with you everywhere. You walk around with it. No, you don't do that, right? So don't walk around everywhere with your manifestation. Stuff like that. Okay, next question. How you know if someone has a gift in a divination? Well, I just know. If I feel a person has certain gift, I know right away, mostly right away. Maybe I have to talk to a person for a little, but I can see through their eyes, through their soul, basically. The only thing is, will I let them know that they have a gift? It depends. Why? Because if this person means no harm and has mostly light energies, and they are aware of karma and stuff like that, I will let them know that they may help others. This is actually will be my job, to let them know so that they can use. Again, this is their choice. I can imply, I can never tell person to do or like to work with tarot or to help people. No, never. I may imply that. But if I see a person, and I already had several times I had this situation, if I see a person that has a gift, very powerful, energies are going overboard, but I see it into negative, and that this person will work, let's say, I see that this person may work with black magic, or this person may harm others with their powers because they have too much, they don't know how to control it, I would never tell those people that they have a gift. Okay? Because this is dangerous for others around. But anyways, that's the answer for your question. Somebody's asking, is it possible that all piles resonate when you do a reading, right? Of course, it's possible. If you're intuitive enough, you would know what information is for you and what you should leave behind. Basically, sometimes you may open the reading and none of the piles will work for you. Maybe if it's 10 piles somebody did. That's why I say don't concentrate on how many piles there are. If you think there are more than one pile or more than 5 piles, it's great because you have so many options and it's gonna be more, the reading will be more specific. This is wrong. Why? Because if you look at the views of a video that you're watching and there are like around 20,000, 10,000 people watching, how is this more specific? Yes, you may have not 2 piles but 10 piles, but you still have 20,000 views or people watching. This is all in your head. That's what I'm saying. You may watch 1, you may watch 10, or you may watch 0, because none of those piles are for you. And for those who, I think in the last video somewhere somebody said, why all the readings are positive and nobody says, okay, this person is not thinking about you. Think about it. Why all the piles are mostly like telling you that something this person will think about you, right? Why? And I have a question for you. If you know this person is not thinking about you and you don't mean anything to this person forgot you, and you're still thinking about this person, why are you watching readings about this person? You shouldn't be here then. Or maybe you're still thinking that this person is watching. Maybe some information will come out that you don't know. That's why you're here, right? Because you're still hoping. And I give you this hope. And maybe this hope is right. Maybe you think this person is not thinking about you, but they actually are. How do you know? Are you in their head? Or maybe they don't, and you should use your intuition, come to the reading and realize, you know what, none of it is for me. But don't say that because all the readings talk something about the person that they thinking about you are wrong, because there are many people here watching who actually get answers here, and people are thinking about them. because we all have mind, and this mind is made to think. And especially if you had a relationship with a person before, it's obvious that this person from time to time will think about you. Are you thinking about people from your past from time to time? Probably yes, right? So how come, even if this person doesn't care for you, they're still remembering you some way, some reason? Because you were in their life, one way or another. But if you're really thinking this person is not thinking about you completely, you didn't leave any memory in their head, then you shouldn't be here and shouldn't watch those readings. You should watch other subjects then, or watch about someone else. I'm not judging anyone, guys. I'm just, making you understand. That's it. Okay, next we're gonna do, here is gonna be faster, okay? Hope so. Somebody's asking if I follow religious belief. Well, I want to tell you, no, not anymore. I respect all religions and believe in God, but I believe God is one for everyone. It's just different religions are different ways for people to tap in and be closer to God. That's my way of thinking, okay? No offense to anyone. And I have my own connection with God through spirituality. I don't need religion to tap in. It's kind of, for me, it's beyond religion. Again, no offense to anyone, okay? Don't think because I do this way, you should do this way, or you shouldn't. No. Everyone has their own way, okay? But the thing that I do is I follow certain traditions of religions of my family, okay? Because I have several religions in my family. I respect holidays, traditions. Why I do that? Because I believe they bring morals, structure into families, and they teach of how to respect one another. That's what I like about religions. Of course, there are certain religions that go overboard with that, but again, if we talk about balanced situations, I respect religions because they give us possibility to have a structured moral families, okay, for our kids, for our parents, respect for everyone around us. That's why I always say, whenever I say something, even I write a post, I always say be respectful. This is my number one thing that I ask from my followers, is show some respect, because I do respect you and I want it back. And if you're not planning to respect me, you shouldn't be on this channel. And that's why family dinners are very good. Like holidays, because families are come together, they sit, they enjoy. This is also like, I want to say, like a ritual. For me, it's like a ritual when my family comes around at a holiday. It's not because I'm religious, it's just because we're having a great time. And this is also a ritual for our souls, for our hearts. Okay, next question. How can one connect with spirit guides and use your psychic abilities in tarot? Okay, that's a good one. First of all, I want to tell you meditation. Meditation is very important when it comes to spirituality, tap in with your guides. Meditation is number one, I want to say, okay? Then I want to say next one is going to be nature. Go into nature where nobody will bother you. where there is no not anyone that will distract you. Okay, it could be in your room also when nobody's there, but it's very good to go into nature, near water, maybe around the trees, in the park, wherever you can, wherever you would feel comfortable to meditate. If it's in your room, it's completely fine. That's how you bring a connection with your higher self. Connecting with your higher self is very important. That's what you should do meditations on. When you talk to yourself that already know things, about your future, the future you. Also, yoga can bring a lot of connection to spirituality. It also gives you discipline, which is also very good. Another good thing is to connect with your ancestors, angels, guides, because our ancestors, they help us in a way. Why? Because we always take certain traits from our ancestors, right? And whatever they didn't work through in their lifetime, sometimes they pass to us, so we can work it through. So it's very important to connect. Also, in meditation, you can talk to them. I also want to make a video about how to meditate, for beginners. I might do in my other channel how for beginners, but I'm just, Another thing is faith. Your faith should be in balance. While you trust the universe, you also don't go crazy. So the balance is very important. Because if you only faith and you don't pay attention to what's going on in your life, let's say there is a war and you say, I faith, I believe that the war will end in 1 minute. It's not gonna end in 1 minute, right? This is just an example, of course. Because you faith, it's not gonna end. But being into depression, not realizing that the universe, your angels, God is helping you, is also a bad thing. So balance is very important. And when you're in the material world, right, what you should do to be more connected to spiritual world, you should also be into the material and observe, listen, learn of situations. Let's say if somebody's talking about something, listen, observe more, talk less, and listen. That's very important here, okay? Because when we listen, let's say when you talk to a person and you the main one who's talking, you don't learn anything. The person that's listening, they are learning. You're not. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk. I'm just saying observe. Or let's say if you at the family dinner or you went somewhere and you around your friends or someone you don't know, maybe your colleagues, you observe their energies, try to use your intuition. And let's say there is a room and like 4 people sitting, you just met maybe, or this is your co-workers, and you sit there and you like, yeah, you talking in between, but you most of the observer, and you see and look at the person and think, what is this person about? What kind of energy they bring to the room? And that's how you may practice with people, who is who. Okay, you may feel, okay, this person is very positive, they have a good energy. Another one, something's off here. You may, like that, you may practice your intuition, practice. And then later on, you'll figure out about those people, of course, right? But that's how you train your intuition. especially if people you just met. If people you already know and they're, let's say, negative, as I said, you may put blocks between you, energetic walls, so they don't, you know, take your energy. Okay, that's that. Okay, now let's talk about twin flames, soulmates, karmic. Okay, I'm gonna say something. I don't want to hurt anyone, offend anyone, make you feel negative or bad, even though you may. This is your right. But this is just my personal opinion and observation, okay? First, I want to say, yes, there are twin flames. There are soulmates, there are karmics, there are all different kinds of connections in this world, and they all mean something, right? Basically, twin flame is someone who made you learn the term twin flame, right? Because before you didn't know what twin flames are. This is a person who basically opened spirituality in you, or who made you connected to your higher self and stuff like that. This is twin flame. But what I want to say here, as I noticed, and in like all over the internet, YouTube, twin flame is very overrated word, and people start to using it a lot without even knowing the meaning of it, okay? And I see some readers, and if some readers watching me and they do that, I don't really care. This is my opinion and my channel, okay? So I see some readers take advantage of this term. They see that people going crazy about twin flames, they overreacted most of the time, and readers take advantage of this, and they make readings for twin flames, how there will be reconciliation, which I don't say it's not, or I don't say there are no twin flames, but the idea how readers are, some, not all, take advantage of this, I don't like this. I don't, and that's why I rarely have videos about twin flames. I even rarely talk about them in my readings. Yes, I talk a lot about karmic. Why? Karmic is very common. Because every day we go somewhere, we can have karma with anyone, not just love situation, but anyone. Right? But twin flames, it's so rare. It's so deep, deeper than... And now it seems like everyone has a twin flame. Does it? I don't feel that way. I feel not everyone can even meet their twin flame in this lifetime, and it's okay not to have a twin flame. It's completely okay. It doesn't make you better or worse than anyone. And for those who really met their twin flame, they know what I'm talking about. You may even feel me right now. Because twin flame, it's not something that, like some readers say, twin flame, you have to stay together. That's the relation. That's who you will end up with. Who said? Who said you will reconnect? Twin flame may just come once to open this light within you, so you can go around and, you know, help others, maybe help the world, do something new, open some gift in yourself. Twin flames are just a soul, as they say, so two halves of a soul that connect at a certain point of time to open something in each of you, and they go their separate ways. Yes, there are sometimes they reconnect, there are sometimes even they stay together at the end, but very rare. Connection itself is very rare. But does it mean that if you don't have a twin flame, you are worse than someone else? No. So that's why sometimes it's a confusion for people, and I have a lot of readings I do. People are confused. They say, is this my twin flame or my karmic? Which is completely two different things. Yes, you may mess them up, but not for long. You will eventually realize. Okay, again, I don't want to offend anyone. If you are offended, feel free to leave, because I mean, as I said, this is my channel and my opinion. I just don't like when people take advantage, readers take advantage of people that not aware, and instead of helping them, you know, and put them on the right path, they continue talking about this and continue getting readings from them. Okay. Also, why I don't like it, because it doesn't, when you too much thinking about your twin flame, or you think, okay, there will be a reunion, you closing doors to new opportunities, new love in your life. You closing doors. The universe won't give you a person if you're still thinking about your twin flame and you think this is your ending point. It may be, but it shouldn't be. What you should concentrate on, what's the, out of three, twin flame, soulmate, and karmic, what you should concentrate on more is your soulmate. That's the person who will share things with you, who will be your friend, who you may build a family with, who will give you a healthy connection, your soulmate. Not for all, of course. There is also karmic soulmates. Very difficult connection, but mainly karmics, they meet, they go through karma, sometimes for years they reconnect. They hurt one another, but they also grow from one another. And most of the time, as soon as karma is done, you learn your lessons, you move on from one another. But in some situations you may reconnect, and after karma is gone, you may even be a family. But again, does it mean any of those connections, soulmate, karmic, twin flame, does it mean one of those connections are too special than the other? No. No, it's just a term. A term that you can describe. Let's say this is all of three of these decks here on my table. They're all tarot decks. And the only way I can separate their names, their meaning, is by they putting different names to it. Let's say this is sexual magic. This is royal deck. Okay, and this is Mila Manara deck. That's, I put names to them so I know which deck is here. Same thing with the connection. Okay, this is twin flame, this is karmic, this just gives you more understanding of who you're dealing with. Okay, that's all. Don't put too much importance on these connections. Even though twin flames are very important, but it's not your ending point, never. Basically, in the universe, there are so many possibilities that may happen to you, you don't even know, you're not aware. You're not aware of them. And some people, they think if this is special, they're special. But we are all special and not special at the same time. Okay? Okay, let me see. So this is about that. Actually, I do have a video about differences, twin flame, karmic, soulmate. It's very old video, but if you put a Nata Soul Tarot and a twin flame, karmic, soulmate, you will find this video of mine and you may check on it, okay? It's very old, but there is information about it, basically. Okay. Next question is, okay, this is interesting. Many tarot told me that I'm blocking the question because I'm not connected to my female energy. How do you unblock it? So you blocking the question because you're not connected to your female energy. Who told you that? Who made this up? Sometimes I'm like, I don't understand what readers are doing, and who are you going to, like, to say such thing? Blocking the question. Guys, when you hear that, think, what is this, like, is this even, okay. What I want to answer here, forget those readers, okay? You may have more masculine energy in you, but it has nothing to do with blocking the question. You cannot block a question. Maybe you messed up with your question, actually, but you cannot block a question. Or let's say maybe you want a reading and they say, you know, you're blocking your reading because you don't have enough female energy. This is bullshit, okay? Maybe the reader didn't see anything and they decided to tell you that. Think about it, right? Okay, next. Next question. How far I am in spiritual life? And suggestions for completing your life purpose. Am I on the right path? Okay, guys. First of all, as I said in the beginning, I'm not going to repeat myself. You are always on the right path. Okay, you are always. You may go different roads. You may go rocky road. You may go, good road. It's just, anyway, you still go in the right way. And I already talked about it in the beginning. I explained when we talked about signs, I think. And about suggesting how far are you in spiritual life. Well, if you're still questioning that, your life purpose, or you're asking suggestion for completing your life purpose. If you're still questioning your life purpose, then you didn't find it yet. You're still in a journey. You didn't find this purpose yet if you're questioning this. How can you complete it? You're still in your journey. And about completing your life purpose, I want to say you cannot complete this journey, but only extend, like the universe. It's only extending every time. There is no ending point. You may expand your knowledge, you may grow, and that's what you should be concerned about. That's what you should concentrate on. There is no ending point of your growth or of your life purpose. Yes, you may find your life purpose, but you grow in it. You don't end it. There is no like, okay, I finished this quest and I'm going, different direction. That's not how it works. But if you're still questioning, you're still in the beginning of your journey. If you don't know yet, yes, you are already awakened, but you're still in the beginning of your journey. That's how I feel here. Okay, and let me see. I don't even know, maybe I should do 2 videos here because it's so long. It's okay. What does it mean when you and your person synchronize in words, actions, likes, dislikes? If you synchronize with your person, means you are a great match. Probably soulmates, if you align together. If you have this effect like your best friends, you probably soulmates. that's what I can answer here. Again, I cannot say like that. I'm just answering question. Next question. In my early reading, I described the person. I described the person whose reading is it for. So you can guys choose a pile, right? Why I don't do it anymore? First of all, I realized that this is not the best idea to, you know, personalize a pile. Why? Even though you may still watch those readings, it's completely fine. The thing is, I realize it distracts your intuition from growing. Why? Because you only count on this, let's say I said, okay, Hermit came out, you probably right now in a pause with certain person, or you probably stuck in something, and you think, okay, that's really describes me right now, so the reading is for me. No, you still have to think about what's the reading about. If this is related to you, does it mean the reading will relate to you? No, you still have to use your intuition, and that's why I'm kind of not doing it as of now. I will continue doing that, but I will let you know that you have still to think about the actual reading, if it resonates, not just the thing that that I say who you are, because I want your intuition to grow here. Okay. Also, yeah, I think I'm done here. Okay, another thing I noticed, that sometimes it resonates with you. I mean, it doesn't resonate with you, how I like describe you, but the reading was for you, and some people are missing the message because of that, because they say, okay, I'm not in a hangman mode right now, probably the reading is not for me, but you still chose this pile, you still chose the card. So those are things that I don't want you to get distracted from. Bye. Next question. I always feel that I'm guarded by my angels, spirit guides, ancestors. They're watching over me, protect me. Why do you feel that? Do I feel that way? Because they are protecting you. If you strongly feel their presence, if you strongly feel they're protecting you, then they are protecting you. This is your intuition talking to you. If you feel protected by them, you definitely are protected by them. But also you're saying, but sometimes they're not there. This is your fear is talking. Because while you have certain fear, let's say certain situation, things go negative, you think, okay, now they're not protecting me, right? At those moments of fear, you blocking this connection. Doesn't mean they're not helping you. You just don't see or understand their signs at that moment of fear, anxiety, doubts. You miss the connection at those points, and that's why you feel, okay, everything goes off, they don't protect me anymore. This is wrong. This is just your fears are talking. So at those times, it's better to relax, release your stress, calm down, cleanse yourself maybe, and then when you're already okay, that's when you start to listen to signs, to your ancestors, what they're trying to tell you, what signs they're trying to give to you. So basically, when you stressed, you shouldn't do that. Okay, next question. In certain life situations, when you need to make a choice, decision, how to choose when you're not sure? Well, I'll tell you that. Don't. Give it some time. If you feel you cannot choose, don't choose. Give yourself some time. Don't make a decision when you're not sure. But if it's happening for too long and you still didn't make a choice, right? If, let's say, already months or years you still didn't make a choice, that means you do know the choice. You just don't want to make it. You're too comfortable in your comfort zone not to make this choice, because you know what's coming after when you make this choice. You know that you'll need to hustle, you'll need to multitask, you'll need to change your life, you need to adapt to certain things, you need to be uncomfortable, and that's why you're not making the choice. You know the choice, you know the answer. This is for those who are already for too long happening, okay? So if you're not ready yet, you may give yourself some time. But if this is already happening for long and you still didn't make a choice, that means you know the answer. You just don't want to make it because you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. Okay. Next question. I'm stuck with my career. Okay. That means you're still in process with finding yourself. Just remember one thing, right? All this knowledge that you get, whatever you're learning, even if you, let's say you're studying, right? But you're not sure where you're going. All those courses that you took, failures maybe, changing your path during the road, your career. All those courses that you took or knowledge that you took, it was not for nothing. You may think you never use it, but you will. You will use it. You would see eventually how you will need this in your journey, this knowledge. You will need this knowledge in your journey. Somehow, some reason, some way, everything we learn, all this knowledge will eventually serve us for good. So don't blame yourself if you, let's say, studied for 2 years for something, then you change it like, oh, you wasted your time or your money. No, you never waste your time or money. And eventually you will start feeling that. Okay, next. Can be a same person energy vampire and psychic at the same time? Yes, of course. This person either just not aware of their abilities, because if they knew, they would understand the equal give and take, energetic exchange, balance. They will understand, and they wouldn't be energy vampires, okay, if they knew. So yes, they could be psychic, but not, probably they're just not aware. And I would tell you, be aware not to, be careful who you're telling about their, psychic abilities, if you feel those. As I said in my other question, be aware. Okay. Next question. Your palms, your middle toe itches. First of all, usually left hand itches for receiving and right hand itches for giving. Again, if in your society, in your family it was other way, then take it other way, however you feel. But in general, let's say with the right hand you shake hands, right? You take some, you give your hand, so you give. With the right hand you give the money, you pay your bills, you do things, right? And with the left you receive. So if your left hand itches, that means you might receive some money, something about money, okay? And here you give out money, maybe you're paying for something. For toes or like feet, if it's itching, mostly it's like you probably will go somewhere. You probably will go somewhere, maybe some adventure, maybe just a dinner, maybe you'll drive somewhere, but something about going somewhere, some event. Okay. Next question, can I watch a video that is 1 year old? Absolutely, of course. All my readings are timeless, unless it's like says specific month or something specific. Here all my readings are timeless, and I would recommend you watching readings from a year from now, 2 years from now, even in other readers, even if they tell you they're not timeless. Use your intuition. If the message is for you, it can come out from anywhere. Don't really listen to whoever says what. You listen to your heart. Okay, this message is for me. I don't care how long is this video. Maybe a year ago this video wasn't for you, and now a year later the information actually relates to you, and the universe brought this video to you, or you found it to watch it now, not a year ago when it was not related to you. Now it's related to you. Okay, so yes, of course you can watch a video that's 1 year old or more. Next question, can anyone be tarot reader? First of all, yes, but will you succeed in it? Because being tarot reader or having certain psychic abilities is a gift, but also it's a curse. So be aware of that. This is not just you buying a deck and you decided to become a tarot reader. Mostly tarot readers, true tarot readers, they've been through a lot. They been through spiritual awakening. They realizing their power. They know how to balance this power and this gift. They know the price for it, for who they are, because they lost something in order to gain. So also, to be tarot reader, you must have strong personality. At least that's how I feel, because if you you know, not gonna have strong personality, you will fail eventually, because there are so many people that will try to put you down. Yeah, if you like force yourself to be a tarot reader, or it's just your hobby, you may help yourself, your relatives, your friends. But if you really want to help other people that you don't know and really make it as your job, again, be aware. Do you really have a gift? Are you really do you really know what you're talking about when you do readings? Because it's dangerous in a way. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Somebody's asking, why do I see them their name everywhere? Someone's name of your person, maybe, or someone's name you see everywhere. It could be two things I can say. Either they're thinking about you at the moment. Of course, if you're not obsessed about this, if you're obsessed about someone, you probably would see their name everywhere, okay? Because you are you're obsessed, right? But if you, let's say, didn't think about this person, it's often happened to me. I didn't think about a certain person, I didn't pay attention, I forgot, did my own stuff, and then suddenly this person comes up, their image comes up into my mind, and guess what, 2 minutes later they may text or call, or I hear some news about them. So this can happen. That means this person were thinking about you at that moment, and you might get some news from them soon. So two ways: either they just thought about you, or they thought about you and they will contact you, or you hear about them, maybe about their life from a third party. I don't know. You may hear about them in the future, close future. Or you maybe even saw some person exactly look like someone else. It could also mean this person is thinking about you. like you see resemblance of your purse or someone in completely random stranger outside. You're like, oh my god, I thought it's them, it's not. And then you may receive a message from this person. Okay, next, if in tarot the current situation described is always correct, does it mean the future will also be the same? Again, I already answered. I think it means you attracting, manifesting such situation. The future is not a complete, whatever we read is not completion. It's just something you manifesting, and you have a choice to accept this or to continue going. Yeah, don't look at tarot as final verdict. Look at this as possible outcome. If you like it, continue manifesting. If you don't, change your focus. Okay, if you don't want this. And you'll see again how the next reading will be different outcome. Or if you want it, you'll see it repeating itself. Because you control it. You work with your subconscious. It's like take your subconscious as your friend who's talking to you constantly, okay? And you let them know what you want and what you don't want. Because nothing is 100% accurate. The universe is much smarter than that and has much more possibilities for you that you're not even aware of. Think about it, right? Okay, next, tarot reader life. How to deal with customers. Someday somebody could be angry, somebody's sad, somebody's happy, and I can pick up the energy. Okay, I'll tell you that if you are a tarot reader or you want to be one, there need to be boundaries between you and your clients. Always boundaries, okay? They're not your friends, they're not your relatives. If you put them too close, you will not be happy eventually about that. And it's not going to be their fault, it's going to be yours. Because you put them too close to you, okay? You are crossed the line. Okay? Also, if you're not gonna put boundaries or line between you, you will collect this negative energy from them because you put them too close to your heart. Because sometimes I do readings, private readings especially, and different person has different story, and sometimes those story are very negative or painful. People been through so much. They tell me stories that I couldn't even imagine, right? And I have somehow to read to them and not to absorb that, right? So I have to put a line between us. This is my client, I'm a reader. If I put it too close to my heart, not just I harm myself, I also harm my client. Why? Because I will read wrong, because it's going to be based on my emotions, and I shouldn't be emotional about this. Okay? And of course, energy protection, as I said, energy protection blocks. And one of the most energy protection you must know is money exchange. Money exchange is very, very important. Some people take it wrong way and they say, okay, I don't have money, you don't want to do reading for me because blah blah blah, you only care about money, right? Well, first of all, you know, I have to get paid. Are you paid at your job? I think you do. Or you working for free? I don't think so. But also money exchange gives this line between you and the client. You get paid, you do the job. Okay, that's how you put this line, energy protection line, when you exchange money. It could be $1. It doesn't have to be. If you just helping your friend, just put he can put $1 for you if you want. But some exchange must be for you not to pick up their energy and give them the true reading that they need, and give them objective reading, because if you subjective, no good. Okay, 2 more questions, guys. Wow, almost finished. How do you practice trusting the universe? First of all, it's very easy. You just stop doubting. Why are you doubting the universe? Do you have a power over the universe? Can you prevent earthquakes, hurricanes? I'm asking you guys. Can you prevent earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, for example, right? No, right? Because you don't have this power. So what you do? You adapt, right? So also it's like if you will go against the wave, you will struggle. But if you will go with the flow of the wave, you will be fine. It will be much easier to swim. Same is here. So just trust that the universe holds you, because it's much more powerful than you, much more powerful and wiser than you. It sees things you don't see. So how can you not trust it? If you were power over the universe, yes, I would say, you know what, don't trust it. It's too weak, but it's too powerful. The universe, God. The universe sees things that you don't even have in your brain. Your brain cannot even process this information. That's why sometimes we don't know things, because our brain is not built to process this. If you know such thing, we would just die out of just knowing. But I don't want to go too deep in that. So with whatever information you have, trust the universe. Don't doubt. Doesn't mean you have to go and fall off the cliff and trust that the universe will pick you up. No. This is crazy and dangerous, right? But go with the flow and trust that you are going the right path. And finally, final question, feathers. Feathers, because yeah, I forgot to say it could go into signs, but still I don't know why I didn't separate. Feathers, right? If you see a feather, it's a very good sign of an angel. It's like feather of an angel, right? So light feathers, usually they're angel, they're usually the angel signs, and dark feathers are mostly your ancestor signs. Okay, so they both angel signs, but when I say dark feathers, dark angels, I mean your ancestors, as you may already know, right? It just confirms that they're around you, they protect you. Maybe mostly feathers come when we are sad or something doesn't work and we worry a lot. You may see feathers a lot at those moments. I think I got that feather from somewhere I found. Just came to me when I was really not in a good place, right? And it's just a confirmation that you're not alone. Okay, it's not like sign that you have warning or something like that. This is just angels are around you, protecting you. You're not alone. That's the main point of feathers. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you like this video. I love you all. Don't judge me. This is just my opinion, my perspective, my view, and my experiences. So I love you all, and I'll see you in my other video. Bye bye.